I've got some great questions and comments about our sauerkraut episode. Thanks for joining us today on Questions and Answers with James Townsend and Son. First, I want to thank everyone because we've just popped over 4 million channel views and 36,000 subscribers, and that's all because of you. You're sharing our videos and liking them and watching them so much. Thank you for all your encouragement in what you do. Our first question on the sauerkraut was really good. It's Russ Umberger. There we go. I can say it right. He says, a question at the beginning of the video. You recommend a tablespoon of salt per pound of cabbage. Then as you're starting the batch, you put in 2 big pinches of salt and more on the layers. It seems like more than a tablespoon of salt per pound. It's flexible. It's not a very, very specific thing. What's happening here is the salt is inhibiting other things from growing in your sauerkraut than the bacteria that you really want. So the lactobacillus is the fermentation process that's going on here, and the salt is really there to inhibit all the other ones from taking over, molds and other bacteria that taste bad or are bad for you. So the salt there, you can have a little or a bit more. The recipes vary. You can use maybe just a teaspoon of salt per pound, as little as that. And we like it a little bit saltier, and it's a little bit safer if you have a little bit more salt in there. So it really depends on your saltiness taste, how salty you want it, and you just need enough salt there to inhibit the other things from growing. This one's from Mariala. I can't stand commercial sauerkraut, but I agree that homemade is amazing. And she goes on to talk about how they scarf it all up and the kids love it too. I really can't recommend this homemade sauerkraut enough. Commercial sauerkraut just isn't the same thing. It's not as tasty, and it's probably not as good for you. Definitely try out this homemade sauerkraut. This is from William Zwick. He says, there's a recommendation for kosher or pickling salt in the video. Would sea salt work as well? Yes, sea salt will work great for this. Might even give you another little bit of a different kind of flavor. So definitely try that. Colorado Clyde says, did you shoot this video in front of a green screen? And I got this comment several different times. People were just positive that we shot this one in front of a green screen, and no, we did not shoot sauerkraut in front of a green screen. I was under a canopy, and the lighting that day just made it look like a green screen, which is too bad. I mean, because we were there. Yeah, we even have the mosquito bites to prove it. The Northwest Forager, he says, this looks great. I want to try this, but just one question. Once the jar is packed and ready to sit, what sort of room conditions are best to store it in for the 6 weeks? Like a cool, dark closet, or just anywhere, or sunny window? Thanks. And thank you for the question. It's a good one. You should keep it in a coolish, dark place. Probably not in direct sunlight. Definitely not. I wouldn't do that. And you want to keep it cool, not necessarily hot. But it's not totally critical. The warmer the conditions, probably the faster it will ferment. But the other thing to remember about this is at any stage, it is not bad for you. It might not be as tasty as it should be if you don't wait your 6 weeks, or a little bit longer if it's in cooler conditions. But remember, it's not something like, oh, you eat it at 4 weeks and it's going to kill you. So definitely give it a try. Cool, dark, sounds good. This one's from iZonker. He's got a long comment here. I'm not going to read it all, but he's specifically talking about the containers you use. And we recommended a glass jar, or a ceramic container, or possibly, did we talk about plastic? No, we didn't talk about plastic, but he's specifically calling out not to use a metal container because the acids in that will change the flavor, bring some of the metal into the sauerkraut, and that wouldn't taste good. And he also has concerns about a plastic container possibly inhibiting the growth of the sauerkraut. We didn't have any problem. We did do some in plastic. We didn't have any trouble with that. But, I would stay away from plastic if you can do it in a glass or a ceramic thing, because it's going to be better. There's another very, very long comment. In fact, I didn't know you could make a comment this long on YouTube, by J.D. McGuire, and he goes into a lot of detail about the kind of sauerkraut and similar pickling things he does. If you're interested in some of these other techniques and other items, definitely check out the the comment section in the sauerkraut video and look up J.D. McGuire's comment. It's a great one. It's got a lot of great content there, some really good information. I want to thank everyone for commenting on these videos and giving up that extra information and helping everyone out there as they watch these videos and they have questions, whether I can answer them or somebody else has an answer. That is so helpful to everyone in the community. I want to thank everyone for giving and taking in that way, asking those questions, and everybody kind of volunteering up your information. That is, it's very encouraging to me to see everyone chipping in like that. I want to thank everyone for your great comments, your great questions, and your sharing the videos. It's very helpful. Thank you all for watching. If you're a new viewer and you haven't subscribed, press the subscribe button up here. That'll take you to a spot where you can subscribe. That really is the best way to get notification of all the new videos that are out. I want to thank everyone for watching.